Good morning. It's the Call Flo Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Well, you can be if you give us a call at 434-394-0924. That's the number to call for the Call Flo Radio Show. Good morning. It is your Thursday, May 8th. I'm Chris Wood, and I've got Noah Massage here in the Francis E. Wood studio with me. Good morning, Noah.
Good morning, Chris. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Doing well. How are you doing well?
Yeah,
You're doing well?
I'm doing
Good.
pretty well. And we do have our first caller, so we'll take that.
Sure.
We'll say, good morning, you're on the Call Flo Show.
Well, good morning to you folks.
Hello there, Henry. How are you?
I'm all right.
Good. Yes.
Trusting.
Good.
I do have a doctor's appointment this afternoon, so everybody pray for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll see. It's a little difficult. I hadn't really done much walking, you know, in a while. So lift me with your prayers.
We certainly will.
You know, during the flood, this fellow saw his kitchen sink.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his mouth had a roof but no basement.
All right. I love his play on
Yeah.
words. Yeah.
And you know, fuel is so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he filled up, he felt gas pain.
Oh, boy. Okay.
I think it was just a passing thing. But anyway, the Mexican weather forecast, if anybody's interested, is chilly today and hot tamale.
All right. Heard that one before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know how would you describe a hairdresser? That's one who teaches rabbits how to properly wear fur coats.
Daggone it. I was totally off on that one. Off in La La Land. Okay.
What is the definition of a Band-Aid?
Tell us.
It's one who runs the sound system.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Mm-hmm. There was a fella getting ready to go to work, and as he left home, his wife reminded him, she said, be sure to drop your pants at the dry cleaners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they were surprised. Okay, go ahead.
I read an article where two cannibals had the comedian for supper, but they both thought he tasted funny.
All right.
That was terrible. Wasn't it?
I don't know. That was not in good taste.
Then there was a little boy skunk who gave his last cent to his girlfriend.
Oh, boy. It was Pepe Le Pew, I bet.
Yep. And we know he was a heavy equipment operator because at supper we saw his forklift.
Oh, Henry. I hope you're writing some of these down.
There was 2 bombs. This fellow was going to take a flight, so he went to the airport and to get a ticket a couple days ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked a ticket seller, what are the odds that someone on that plane would be carrying a bomb? And the fellow told him probably 1 in 10 million. And he said, well, how about, what are the odds that 2 people on the same plane might be carrying a bomb? And the fellow said, I don't know. It'd be maybe 1 in 10 billion. So now this guy, every time he flies, he takes a bomb with him because that gives him better odds, and nobody else has got one.
True.
Oh, that is ingenious. That was a good one. Yeah, I like that.
That kind of makes sense in a weird way.
It does.
Don't it?
Yes, it does in a weird way. Uh-huh.
Oh well, I have a little thing I want to share with you. Seriously, around 1990, the Fuqua girls softball team played in a game near Norfolk. Our daughter Christy was on the team, and so was the daughter of the pastor of Farmville United Methodist Church. Well, during the game, one of the girls passed out. This is a true story. The rescue squad arrived and wanted to rush her to a Norfolk hospital. But before they started, Reverend Mark and I can't remember his last name, but he was a pastor at the Farmville United Methodist Church. So before they started with the girl towards the hospital, Reverend Mark and I prayed for her, and she instantly woke up. And she said, "I'm fine." So the rescue squad had come over, and they checked her and agreed that she was okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, thank you, Jesus. And the girl rode back to Farmville with Reverend Mark because it was his daughter who had passed out.
Right.
So, and I can't remember Reverend Mark's last name.
Well, maybe somebody does. Maybe they'll call in.
Yeah. So that, again, you see the hand of the Lord.
Absolutely. Power and prayer.
Yeah. Well, I pray that I'll have a good day today, and I hope all of you will.
Hope that you have a successful doctor's appointment and can talk with
I
us
have
tomorrow.
one about 1:20, I think.
Okay.
So
All right.
thank you for your prayers, everyone.
All right. And your phone
And
number?
Hope to talk to you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And my phone number is 414-0096.
Okay.
414-0096.
And that's a 434 area code. Or
And
zip.
thank you
Okay.
again.
Mm-hmm.
I hope to talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Take care, Henry.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Bless you.
God
Take
bless.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Henry has a doctor's appointment this afternoon, so we'll keep him in our prayers for that. Yep. So
Phone lines are open. I think somebody just tried calling up. I saw the light flashing on the telephone over there. So
all right. Well, the lines are open.
Lines are open.
At 434-394-0924. All right. Noah.
Christine? I don't know why I called you.
There's the phone.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
Okay.
Who could it be?
I don't know. We'll find out. Good morning. You're on the Call Flo Show.
Good morning. To Henry's question, in the 90s, I don't remember the incident, but when he said Mark, it's got to be Mark Ogren.
Of course. Yeah, I do remember Mark Ogren. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now that you said it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's all I got to say today.
We appreciate
Y'all have
you
a good
letting us
one.
know. Okay, take care. You have a great day. All right.
Okay. Y'all too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Mark Ogren.
Mark, what a last name, by the way, Ogren.
Yeah. Well, it's just like you think of Oregon, but it's Ogren.
True.
And do you think of Ogden?
Ogden, yeah.
But my dad's middle name was Ogden.
Ogden. Ew, interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
How that spelling of those words is.
Yeah, a little.
So Ogren and Oregon and Ogden and Ogden.
You know what's a great name, Chris? I'm going to say it again. Attila. That's it. That's a beautiful name. It's a beautiful name.
Attila, Pandora. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I will never get to use these names for naming a child, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Well, never say never.
Well, I'm not. I just know Katie would never go for it. She would not.
Oh, for a name like that?
No.
Oh, I don't think so either.
Which is unfortunate. It would be, that kid would be the coolest kid. If a kid had a name like Attila, I mean, Chris, you don't hear that every day.
She would be invincible.
What is that from?
What?
Did you just make that up?
Yeah.
Isn't that
well,
like from
the name of a song.
Okay.
I mean, it's in a song.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha. I didn't know if you were breaking into like a musical or something.
Oh, no.
Yeah, okay.
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
No, you wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
Hello. All right. Well, coming in at 8:30 this morning, we do have some folks from Letterpress Communications. Yeah. So we'll be talking to them. And we were talking about dreams. I told you I had a weird dream last night.
You didn't want to go into it, though. You kind of want to steer clear. I mean,
people would think I need to be committed.
No, Chris. Did I think that when you told me your dream this morning? Not at all.
But you were interested.
I was interested
because you are interested in interpreting dreams.
It's a multi-layered, multifaceted dream.
I'm a complex person.
Carl Jung would be stumped by this one. He would be. Because there's a lot of symbolism, but I'm not exactly sure what's the meaning of it. I'm not going to tell the dream, but I'm just going to say there's a piggy bank, a vintage vehicle from the 40s, around about there, and a jigsaw puzzle. Like those are very interesting, specific things. You know?
Yeah, and they're all combined into one.
One little,
a little piggy bank that turned into a
that's the dream.
1940 sedan.
Yeah.
That was still the piggy bank.
Do you want to set up the dream and Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, we won't. Okay,
no.
It's highly interesting, Chris. People enjoy it. Trust me, I enjoy it. At the very least, I enjoy it.
Well, I don't exactly remember who I was with, but it had to be, my husband. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so he's frugal. Mm-hmm. Francis was he watched his money, did all that, except when it came to buying guns and guitars. Mm.
Interesting. Yeah. Frugal people always have those like little caveats of being like, I won't, spend any money at the Dollar Tree, but if I see a baseball card, I'm going to, drop all my money on it. I don't know,
But
it's
anyway, so we were in this antique shop.
Sure.
And I saw this, it was an old, it was like those tin toys that you buy that you used to, they used to have. But it looked like a piggy bank to me. It was kind of square, and it was old metal, and so it had like I don't remember. Well, it had a slot in it. I know that, but it looked like kind of a boxy type thing, and. Then I looked and I said, no. I looked in the bottom or the back of it, and there were jigsaw puzzle pieces in there. So what I figured was you put a penny or whatever, a coin, in the bank, and it would dispense a puzzle piece.
Just one puzzle piece.
One puzzle piece. And then there was, this like little magic band or something containing, I don't know, maybe monkeys or something like that playing while the piece was being dispensed.
Interesting.
Really, amazing thing. And then all of a sudden it grew.
It turned into a
car.
Inside the store?
Yeah.
Inside the store, it turned into a...
it was a big store.
It was a big store.
Yeah, well,
sure.
It was. I was dreaming.
By the way, if you're paying like a quarter per puzzle piece, that's an expensive puzzle right there.
I said a penny.
Oh, penny. I'm sorry. I totally missed that. My apologies.
Penny coin, some kind of a coin. I don't
some
know.
sort of currency, exchange for a puzzle piece.
Yeah, and so I had to have it for some reason.
And there's a very specific price to it.
Yeah,
there
was a specific price.
So the salesperson comes up, salesman.
So I said, well, we can't afford that.
Yeah.
It's too much money.
Yeah.
So anyway, we started to leave, and this gentleman who was maybe part owner of this establishment decided what he was going to go talk to my husband, and they evidently had come to a compromise for price.
Interesting.
So we decided to get it. And I'm trying to think. I think it was like $2,500 or something like that. And the guy was telling my husband, this thing is worth $32,000, you know, out on the market.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, it's a one of a kind black magic puzzle vehicle, you know.
Then I woke up.
That's amazing. Yeah, I think there's something to that dream. I can't really interpret it for you, but like the fact there's a piggy bank, a jigsaw puzzle, and also that's very specific imagery for you to have a dream about. So.
You did interpret it a little bit for me and letting me know that I'm a very complicated person.
Yes, well, you know. That goes without saying. No, I'm kidding.
No, my dreams are like that. Though,
Sure,
you know,
sure.
So.
Yeah,
Anyway.
no, I get. Dreams are
I go
weird.
I go to sleep looking forward to my dreams because I never know where I'm going to be.
You should write a dream journal, Chris. Just next to your bed. You know, you don't have to share it. You don't have to release it to the
I used
public.
to dream about fashions, you know, dresses, fashions, you know, designing stuff. And if I could wake up and if I was an artist or something or could draw, I would, you know,
kind of write it out.
I'd be a really good fashion designer.
Yeah. It comes from the collective unconscious. This piece,
Yes,
yeah.
I guess.
That's,
I don't know.
wow,
It's weird.
Incredible.
Look, what about your dreams?
My dreams are a little weird. You know, I don't know. I had a weird dream. I told you a little bit, but I can't really say what it was about. I can't. But yeah, I mean, I've had some interesting dreams, some upsetting dreams. I had a weird recurring dream as a child. I think I may have told you about
Yes,
this
I
one.
have recurring dreams as well.
To this day?
To this day.
Oh, interesting. Well, basically, I haven't had this dream in many, many years, but I would say from ages like 8, it was in the single digits. From like 8 to 13, I had this recurring dream at my parents' house in the Avenues where I would I would wake up in bed in the dream. Like I would be in bed and it would be midnight in the dream. So it felt very real. And I would step out of bed. And we had these long stairs, Chris. I mean, like very, very long. I used to slide down the banister, that little, you know. My dad would yell at me. He would throw like water bottles and just different objects around the house. He would be like, "Stop sliding down the you're gonna fall. You're gonna have an accident.
Yeah, you're gonna hit the newel post wrong.
Don't slide down the banister." I was told that so many times in my entire life. And so basically, in this dream, it's midnight. I'm the only one up. I get out of bed, and I'm like, I'm going to slide down that banister now, right? I'm going to do it. So I start sliding down the banister in this dream, and halfway down the banister, I somehow flip over the rail, and I hit the ground on the other side flat on this like wood. We had wood floors on the downstairs. So I just hit, and then I think I died in the dream because I could just remember seeing my body on the floor. Very spooky.
my.
I had this dream literally weekly, on a weekly basis from like 9 till 8, like 8 till like 13 or 12. And the weird thing is, I had that dream even after we moved out of the house. I still had that same dream.
Any variations in the dream at all?
Every single time it was the same. It was so formulaic. It was so consistent. And even in the dream, I knew what was going to happen because I had it so much. I couldn't stop it though. It was very interesting. You know.
Yeah.
Very odd. Very odd.
So you never really made it down the steps.
I never made it. No,
surreal.
no, my dad was right. Yeah, no. I somehow fell on. You know.
Well.
That's my example of a recurring dream. I don't think I've had any other recurring dreams though.
I have recurring dreams about houses. I have recurring dreams about tornadoes.
Interesting.
I have recurring dreams about being at the radio station and I can't find my music.
Now that's a nightmare.
That is definitely a nightmare. Or I get the hiccups and I can't talk.
Remember that episode of Call Flo we did, and I got the hiccups? He had to mute my mic, had to like leave, because I couldn't stop.
Yeah, it's every DJ's worst nightmare.
It really is.
And a sneeze or that type of thing. But anyway, it would be where there was dead air everywhere, and I hate dead air. But it was like I was late for the news, or getting the news going, or this, that, and the other. It was just.
You look at the time; it's like 12:01 or something.
Yeah, no, it's 5 minutes after 12 or something like
Ooh.
that. And I still can't find anything. So that's terrible.
Do you ever like wake up in a sweat from a nightmare?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I once had a weird nightmare where I was like, weirdly enough, I was hosting an open mic and something, and
There you go.
in this dream, like something happened and things started like in the dream. It felt like everything was kind of like starting to tilt, like like almost like in a fun house, or like everything just kind of felt like warped in this open mic setting, and I had to like leave, and it was so funny. It was like, I don't know, Italy or something, because like all the streets were just like weird turns, like it literally would just be hills and then just weird short,
Like spaghetti type
exactly
things. Maybe you had pasta then.
And for some reason, something happened at the open mic that I was just running down, like out in the streets for. Like something happened. I didn't know if I was like getting something or whatever, but I was just running, and then I got hit by a car.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. I don't know. Have you ever heard the thing about my father believes this firmly. He's like, if you die in your dreams, you die in real life. He told me that once, and I was like, well, that's not true, because I have so many dreams where I've died at the end of, or got run over by something.
Wow.
Have you ever heard of that before, though? About the whole... You've never heard of that?
No.
Okay.
No, because you die in your dreams, you die in real life.
That's... My father said that.
Well, we all die in real life.
Of course.
But that's,
I think my dad just said that to scare me, actually, now I think about it in retrospect.
All right, we'll take a caller.
We'll take one call, yeah.
Yes. Good morning, you're on the air. Hello?
I'm on there. I'm on there.
Yeah, you're on the air.
Oh, y'all talking about some dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell you a dream I had?
Certainly.
It's the weirdest thing. The occurring kind of dream.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't remember what age, but I guess the first one was when I was in my teens, and I'm coming through the woods, and it's dark, right? And I'm looking around. It's the eerie sounds of the owls doing the hoots and all that. And I come to a clearing, and in this clearing is an 8-foot by 5-foot bell pepper, but a red bell pepper.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Bell pepper.
Sure, yeah.
So that's not the funniest part yet. The funniest part is I'm standing looking at it, and it starts to like shake, and all of a sudden it starts to crack open like an egg, and then all of a sudden this water comes gushing out, and there's telephone wires, like, the red, yellow, green little telephone wires, right?
Yeah.
They all came out, and it just flowed all out from it, and then I woke up. And I've had that dream probably 15 times.
Oh, my gosh.
What? So are you smart people that know? Are you doing dream studies or anything like that? What does that mean?
Well, I don't know.
Don't even know where to start with that one. Yeah.
7-foot green pepper, and in the middle of the woods.
I mean,
huge.
Yeah.
And it cracks open, and you said there's water?
Like liquid water.
Liquid
maybe.
water, and then there's a green.
It wasn't Tabasco because it was red. It wasn't red.
Green, yellow, and red wires.
Like telephone
wires.
Yeah,
like for a landline or something, right? Like a...
Yeah.
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 Wow.
Yeah, the phone that you hang on the wall with the long cord.
Yeah.
On,
that annoyingly long cord that's on the wall at every point in the day.
I know. That is amazing. I don't, I'll tell you what, you're going to have to call back, and during that time, maybe tomorrow, if you can, then I'll get Noah to analyze it.
Sure.
And we'll let you know what it means, okay? Can you do that?
Am I on the air right now?
Yes, you are.
What?
Yeah, if you can call us back, we'll see if we can analyze it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, that'd be great.
Okay, that'll be fantastic. Thanks for your call. All right, have a good day.
Have a good morning.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Oh, okay, that's incredible. I'm going to have to pull my...
Yes, you remember, green pepper...
water gushing out.
Water gushing out and those wires.
It sounds like, honestly, if I'm going to be honest, it sounds like a Benadryl dream. Like something when you take like too much medication of something. That's like, That's what happens.
Yeah,
but
I
anyways.
reckon so. Oh, Lordy.
All
Well,
right.
we've got to get to the
We do.
business at the bottom of the hour
Indeed
because
we do.
have some guests waiting to invade our...
Yeah, absolutely. No, well, not invade.
Not
that sounds
invade.
a little.
Well, not invade, but
They're
here
coming
I'm
in,
still in
marching.
dream time.
Yeah,
I'm still in dream
for
time.
sure. For
Anyway, all right, we've got the weather forecast coming up for you. And that is brought to you by Collins Clearing and Grading, located at 2113 Cumberland Road in Farmville.
Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading has been helping to build Southside and Central Virginia since 1960, providing all excavation, general contracting, and hauling needs. 5 miles north of Farmville, 2113 Cumberland Road, at the intersection of 45 and Range Tavern Road. Call 392-6010 or stop by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading.
The WFLO forecast for Southside and Central Virginia goes like this. We'll see sunny skies today with a high of 81 degrees. Tonight, showers likely, then chance of thunderstorms with a low 58. On Friday, a chance of showers and then some thunderstorms mixed in with that. Look for a high of 72 on Friday. For Friday night, partly cloudy with a low of 45. On Saturday, mostly sunny with a high 72. Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a low of 50. For Sunday, partly sunny with a high 76. Sunday night, mostly cloudy with a low 52. And for Monday, we'll see a 40% chance for more showers. Look for a high 72 degrees. Your humidity right now is at 79%. We have a barometer that's falling right now at 30.01 inches. We can expect about 1/10 of an inch of rain for today. Also, our winds are pretty calm. After a low of 54, we're currently 63 degrees now under partly cloudy skies. That's your weather forecast, brought to you by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading. Give them a call, 434-392-6010. That's 392-6010. And we've got our birthdays and perhaps anniversaries coming up with Noah Massage, brought to you today by Creative Electrical Contractors. They're located at 1907 East 3rd Street in Farmville.
Creative Electrical Contractors specializes in commercial and industrial projects and offers quality work at competitive prices. CEC is a licensed Class A contractor in Virginia and North Carolina. Creative Electrical Contractors has been in business for 25 years, still committed to the values that were established when the company opened in 1998. Integrity, quality workmanship, and timely delivery. CEC, located at 1907 East 3rd Street, Farmville. You can contact CEC at 434-392-3802 or at creative-electrical.com.
All right, let me get this birthday music going here. And we've got Noah Massage at the mic to let us know who is celebrating today. Take it away, Noah.
Alrighty, Chris. So on the birthday calendar for today, May 8th, 2025, I can't believe it's already the 8th. We have Sarah Hammonds. Avenson is celebrating a birthday. Also, Mackenzie Legoyne. Also celebrating today, we have Etta Neal, Tia Long, and this is a weird one. It's Nazjah. So Nazjah. Is that?
Nazjah?
Nazjah. That sounds like a medical term of some sort.
Man, that sounds like a doctor to me.
Nazjah Bowler celebrating today. So give a big
shout
birthday
out
wishes to Nazjah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
it.
Okay. Tell us how they can get those names on.
Sure. They can email us, birthdays at WFLO.net. They can call in 434-394-0924. They can also go on our website, and under the on-air mentions page, they can submit birthdays directly from our website, Chris.
All right. And, of course, we wish everybody celebrating out there, we hope you have a fantastic celebration for today. And our birthday calendar brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors. If it's not right, they'll make it right. Call 434-392-2802. All right, we're going to ask people to hold on to their calls to us for the time being, because we do have a couple of special guests coming into the Francis E. Wood studio. They're from Letterpress Communications, and as soon as we can get them in here, we will. It is 8:37, almost 8:38. Lots of sunshine outside. Bring them in. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Well, welcome to the studio, gals.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's see here. We have with us today Alex Veach.
That's correct.
Is that correct?
You got it.
Yeah, and Lindsay Blakely.
You got it.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning to you as well, and welcome to our studio and the WFLO mic. Letterpress Communications, celebrating 10 years of service to the Farmville and surrounding communities. We've got to talk about that, and we've got to talk. First, let's talk about you guys, okay? All right, Alex, you are Chief Financial Officer. How long have you been in Farmville?
Oh, Chief Executive Officer.
Chief Executive?
Not the I don't get to touch the finances.
okay.
Let's get that. Let's clear the air right there. I don't get to have. I have a credit card, but I don't get the checkbook. So.
Yeah. Okay. So, but it said Chief Financial. So
that's
it's
okay.
Chief Executive.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I like that better anyway.
Oh, that's fine by me.
Yeah. Anyway, tell us how long you've been in Farmville.
I am actually from Marion, Virginia. So
I knew somebody from Marion. Beautiful,
isn't it?
Beautiful country out there.
That was what I told Ilsa when I started back in 2022. I said, "Are you going to call people back to the office? Or are you going to stay remote? Because I love Southwest Virginia and I'm not coming." So we are a fully remote company now. We have an office here in Farmville, and then we just opened an office in Marion. We have a dedicated office space in the Wayne C. Henderson School of Appalachian Arts. Mm-hmm. So we have 2 physical locations. About half of our team is here in Farmville. I am in Marion. We have a team member in Kingsport, Tennessee, and then Suffolk, Virginia, Richmond, and Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Oh my goodness, you guys have really grown.
Right. Yes.
I know Emery Henry is there.
Yes, I'm an alum.
Oh,
yeah.
You are? Very
yeah.
good.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, well, now, Leslie.
Lindsay,
excuse me.
I like Leslie, though.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with names. But anyway, Lindsay, you're Chief Operating Officer here.
I am.
In Farmville. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I've been with the company for about 8 years, so almost to the start of Letterpress. Started out just as a contractor and have grown with the company almost since its beginning.
All right. Tell us how this concept began.
Yeah.
Its roots, basically.
Yeah, well, Ilsa started with just realizing as a reporter with the Herald that small businesses in this community just needed to tell their stories, and she wanted to help with that. And so decided to go out on her own and wanted to take a chance and realized that there was something there.
And this was Elsa Lerser.
Yes, yeah. If she was here, she'd say she accidentally started the agency.
She's accident. Now, was it called Letterpress then?
It was,
as well?
Yes, yeah. And so from like the storytelling, printing roots, but she actually took a Longwood SBDC class. And to this day, we still have a Longwood SBDC consultant down in Danville. Michael Duncan is our SBDC consultant. We've done some work for them, and we support them now as consultants too. So it is truly like a small business success story.
Well, now how do you guys go about getting your clients and I know that it's an individual type thing. You know, it's very personal because every business is different. Yeah. But and in marketing, isn't it all basically the same of letting these businesses tell their story and their offerings to the community?
Yes,
You
yeah,
want to talk about that?
Absolutely. And so we serve a wide range of clients now. So everything from small businesses to municipalities, nonprofits, quasi-governmental agencies, tourism organizations. Now we have a few tourism organizations we represent, and a lot of it is that we are committed to being out and about. And so there are specific events throughout the year that we support organizations like the Virginia Economic Development Association, the Virginia Tourism Association. We attend those conferences, and we network and we meet people and offer ways to support not just their marketing efforts, but their communications processes. So that's something different that we do, is that we work with a lot of teams that are teams of one or just small teams. So we augment capacity of small teams, but we also may have a tourism director who's just a single person, and we are like their marketing coordinator and help build sustainable processes for folks.
Okay, so if I wanted to start a business, like maybe a bookstore, type thing, and then and I came to you guys, what would you tell me to do?
My first question would be, have you been to the Longwood Small Business Development
Yep.
Center?
SBDC.
You have an SBDC consultant. I can't tell you how important that is for small businesses to have somebody that you can talk about all of the things. And then my next question would be is, how are you going to get your money? I always tell small business owners, we got to figure out how you're going to get your money first. So is Square going to be your point of sale? Great. If that's the case, then let's leverage some of the things they have, like their website, because you want to be able to take money on your website. You can build a website through them. And then building from the ground up and not adding too much marketing too quickly. So the key to good marketing is consistency. So it's choosing the things that you know that you can do and you can do well. And then when you get that down and that foundation laid, then you can go to the next step.
Do you do like websites, stuff like that? You do?
We do websites. We can do social media support, videography, photography, graphic design, process support. Something else that we do is any of the services we offer, we do coaching and upskilling. So if you say, hey, I'd like to learn how to run Google ads, we will come alongside you and help you run a suite of Google ads and teach you how to do it at the same time.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's, for somebody who's old school, the first time I looked at a computer, I was totally intimidated. Totally. But it takes folks like you. All right, let's talk about your teams.
Yeah.
You have certain people who do certain things. Is that right? So how many are in the team here at Farmville?
Well, here in Farmville, we have 4 full-time employees based right here in Farmville. We have 10 employees fully, and then we work with about 30 contractors as well that specialize in different.
So you have good resources coming in.
Absolutely.
Work with those.
Yeah, we really believe in the entrepreneurial network. So those contractors, a lot of them have their own small businesses or they're solopreneurs. So we try to leverage the network of small businesses across the Commonwealth.
Okay, so what if my business is going, I'm not achieving what I want to achieve. You help with that as well?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, we can. And it would be asking a series of questions of the thing that we like to start with people is, what does success look like? So knowing what success looks like is so important to making sure that you're achieving what you want. So my question back to you would be why is it blah? What are the success things that you're not hitting? And then we would work backwards from there.
I see.
Yeah.
So, and you've been doing this for 10 years. That's a milestone, isn't it?
Right.
Absolutely.
It really is. And you're expanding, which makes it great. Of course, all of this is pretty much digital, or it's with the internet and things like that. But the marketing, as far as graphic design and everything, they can come to you and say, I want this, to be my logo.
Yeah,
absolutely. And
Yeah.
we'll go to our clients as well. We'll travel around the state, and that's been an important part too. That we say, look, we're a fully remote, and we're committed to that as a team and as a company. But that doesn't necessarily say that we're not going to come and visit you at your site as well. We'll come and do in-person meetings and sit down with your full team, because that's an important part of getting to know you as a client and as your team as well.
Well, now, give us a good success story. Anything. I know all of it's a success, but one that sticks out in your mind.
Yes. Oh, what is a good success story? I was just talking with our new team member Rhonda about that. Let me give you our favorite example of community powered marketing.
Okay.
So that's what we call what we do is community powered marketing. So we're talking about digital, but we believe in all of it. You have to have all of it. You're holding our birthday card there. Like, we still believe in print. Print has to happen,
Yes.
right?
People like.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they're visual.
Yeah.
Most of them are very visual.
Print will never die. I am a graphic designer, and print will never die, so I'll never let go of print. But my favorite story about community-powered marketing is several years ago, we started working with the Southern Virginia Higher Ed Center. They have CTE, career technical education programs that are pipelines straight from high school into their college certification programs. They had hired a fancy Richmond agency, were running a lot of Google ads and not seeing the results they wanted. So they stopped the work with that agency. The story goes, and I wasn't around for this, so hopefully the story is correct, but the story goes that the Richmond agency said, "I'm sorry we never did your bus stop ads." And they're in South Boston, Virginia. There aren't bus stop ads to do in South Boston. So again, like, understanding understanding what's happening. We went in, we sat down with them and figured out what does success look like. And success was getting more students into this program. And we realized there were like 12 high school guidance counselors that they needed to reach. So we said, take them to lunch, ask them what they need to talk to parents and to talk to students. We developed a series of collateral that was like a roadmap to these programs. There was a print piece that had literally a little road on it and how to get to these programs. In that first year, we doubled enrollment. And that was something like 3 students to 6 students, but it was still a doubling of enrollment. And every year since then, they have grown that enrollment. We continued to work with them. We started running those Google ads, and then we taught them how to run their Google ads. Now they're running their own Google ads, and we just continue working with them on special projects, advocacy pieces, annual reports, things that are just elevating their communications now.
So consulting is a major part.
Yeah, and then implementing it all. And so sometimes
Right.
it's as simple as take these people to lunch and ask them what they need.
Be nice,
right?
you know.
Right. So, I mean, that's the power of your community. So
Yeah.
our whole goal is to say, are you leveraging your internal and external teams, so your community, before you start paying for advertising? So have you done all the things that are free and that get you out there and that bring your community together and have people all telling your story? And then from there, start to add on and start to do the paid things.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now, farmvillenow.com, just farmvillenow.com. It was a brainchild, and I know that Noah worked with you all as far as working and being closely related. What is your involvement with farmvillenow.com?
Yeah, so we're proud sponsors.
Yes.
We've been excited to sponsor it, and then it was a special project of Ilsa's. So Lindsay and I took over the company, the management of the company last year, and she has stepped back and is doing a master's degree program. She's doing her MBA with Duke, but she's been picking up special projects, and so she was the one that worked with them on getting that idea, because she had that idea a long time ago, for the event calendar. So
bringing the community together. Yeah.
Yep. So she gifted that idea and helped bring it to life, which is really exciting.
Oh, yeah. And we're just glad to have you all, and very fortunate to have you as sponsors on farmvillenow.com. Tell us a little bit more about Ilsa. Where is she? She's not here with you guys. She's at Duke, or is she taking classes from Duke, or?
Taking classes from Duke. She still has her house. People always ask me if she's still living in Farmville. Yeah, she is. Her program at Duke is super interesting. It's a remote program, but then it has quarterly residencies. So she is doing some international travel as part of that program.
So,
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, I know that you've expanded. Are you going to be doing more expansion as we go along?
Yes. Yeah, that's a question I get on a regular basis, and I've started to answer it. I think that our service area is within a day's drive of any of our team members. if we can make a day trip to you, we're happy to have you, and we're happy to do overnights too. Some of us love overnights a little more than others.
Well, I think that's very important. Having to meet face to face with people rather than with a virtual call in or something like that. I think that it's much better to be face to face, or they can ask questions and maybe enjoy it over a meal and get to know one another.
Absolutely.
It's that you can put your trust in somebody. And the fact that you've been here for 10 years and have grown so, that's success in itself. I mean, you guys have built from the ground up as well.
Yeah,
and all this learning and information that you pass along to your clients is fantastic. Well, we certainly hope and wish you another 10 years, 20 years down the line of success. And did you make a trip up here from Marion just to be
I came
here?
last night.
Oh, you
yeah.
did?
Oh, I'm used to the drive. That's what I said. Some of us like traveling more than others. I get in the car and drive like it's nothing. I actually grew up in East Central Illinois, so at least once a year I make that 10-hour drive back to the farm. So
Well, it makes people realize how large the state is
Yes.
from east to west.
It is.
Because I live in Giles County. I was born and raised in
Okay.
Giles
I
County.
love Giles County.
Yeah, and I happened to marry a guy, Paul Hicks, way back when, who's from Marion. So that's
it.
So I've been there a while as well. But anyway, celebrating 10 years of goodness.
Absolutely.
Now let's see, did we cover everything? I think that we did.
I think so.
And
if people want to learn more about our 10 years,
I need a phone number and where you are located here in Farmville.
I'll let you do the address, Lindsay, and the phone
Please,
gosh.
Lindsay.
118 North Main Street. We're right next to the courthouse.
Suite 3, right?
You got it. So come and visit us, and we would love to see everybody. Yeah, we'll be celebrating. So visit our website. You can learn more about our celebrations throughout this year.
That's right.
Got
And
a
your
great video on
website
our
is
Facebook page. Oh, yes.
Letterpress?
Yeah, letterpresscommunications.com. And check out our video on Facebook. We did a celebration, success story 10 years video.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, how fun. Well, listen, we got the phone number, 434-3... Come on, I know it. I know it.
I don't know it off the top of my head. 414.
434-414. Oh, what is it?
161.
You have to look it up. I don't have it on me.
Oh, I was gonna have it right. It is 434-414-1617.
1617. Correct. All right. We appreciate you, and I see that Donna and John are here, and I'm sure that you would love to visit with them as well. So we'll let you do that.
Thanks so much.
And
for
so
having
much.
us.
It was so nice meeting you.
Thank you.
And thank you. We appreciate you, and please don't think that this was just a one-time thing.
Oh.
Come and talk to us again soon.
We'll come back. Absolutely.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. It was great. All right. That was Alex Veach. She's the Chief Executive Officer of Letterpress Communications, and Lindsay Blakely, who is Chief Operations Officer here in Farmville. And, of course, Alex is from Marion. They're celebrating their 10th anniversary, so congratulations to them. Our time is 8:56. We do have open lines now on the Call Flo Radio Show. At 394-0924. I was getting mixed up with all these phone numbers anyway.
Sure.
So how did I do, Noah?
That was amazing. It was great, Chris. What are you talking about?
Well, they're such engaging people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are a stellar interviewer. On the lines of Charlie Rose, which is my favorite interviewer of all time.
My goodness gracious. Oh, well, thank you so much.
course.
It's always interviews go well when people are prepared and have all this wonderful information
Absolutely.
for us. So it's my pleasure as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so it's 8:57.
Yeah, about 2 minutes 50 seconds, something like that. So
Yeah, something like that. So if you guys have a call,
Yeah.
I want to make a quick call, then we'll be glad to take that.
Phone lines are wide open, 434-394-0924. That's the number to call in to the Call Flo Radio Show.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we have here?
For
Some oddities, maybe?
Yeah. Or do we do this day in history?
No, we haven't done this day in history, but I can pull that up, hopefully. It will come up, and we will do a little bit of that. And on this day in history, it is May the 8th. And let me pull this up where I can see it. Now, featured event, 1945, World War II in Europe ended.
Nice.
Following Germany's unconditional surrender, World War II in Europe officially ended at midnight on this date in 1945, although the war in the Pacific continued until the Japanese surrendered in September. So it's a little bit later there in the Pacific.
Yeah.
And let's check out more events. 2012, American artist Maurice Sendak, who was the best known for his illustrated children's books, died at the age of 83. 1999, Nancy Mace became the first woman to graduate from the Citadel, which was a military college in Charleston, South Carolina. And let's see what else we have here. Keep an eye on the time there, Noah. 1980, following a global vaccination program, the WHO officially declared that that's the World Health Organization, by the way. It's not the singing group, which, of course, came first in my mind. The World Health Organization officially declared that smallpox was eradicated. Yeah. For centuries, the acute infectious disease was one of the world's most dreaded plagues.
It would be funny if the WHO also declared that. like on stage before they played.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, 1970, a month after Paul McCartney announced that he had left the Beatles, the British rock group released Let It Be, their last original studio album to hit the record shops. So that was kind of a sad day.
It was. Yeah.
But, I think they'd run their course.
Yeah, they had the.
When you get minds like that, genius minds like that together, somehow or another, after some time, they're going to crack.
Exactly. And also, you had the clean cut Beatles, you had the hippie Beatles, and then you had the, early 70s Let It Be Beatles. So you had kind of all of the stages complete.
Right.
They were done. They
came full circle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. We've come full circle.
Yes, we have.
All right. It's been an exciting Call Flo show. And,
it's been different.
It has been a little different.
Yeah.
So we will have another session with John.
Yes,
no, actually, John's gone.
So it's going to be me.
So it's going to be you.
Yes, indeed.
All right. That'll be great.
That is right. I forgot about
All right. Everybody take care.